Hello Makeup Void, I'm Trin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to see Sum 41 in concert at the Red Rocks Amphitheater. So I'm more excited for the venue than I am for the actual concert. This concert is more about my husband's dream than mine, but I am excited to go. So we're going to do concert ready, battle ready makeup. So let's go ahead and get rolling. So when it comes to eyes, do whatever the fluff you want for eyeshadow. So no pan left behind. I have the Cyborg Choir palette and I'm feeling purple. I do have a tinge of purple on my shirt even though I'm going to change it. And by tinge of purple, I mean there's like literally one purple mushroom and some flowers that are purple. But we're still going to go with a purple route. So I'm going to take the purple matte, which is called Robotic Fusion. And this is not picking up on the brush. Do I even have to dig into mattes at this point? Okay. Maybe it's just my brushes that suck. I think there's a little bit of hard pan. I'm not zooming all in for the eyes because I want to do this quick. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's just lightly pigmented. I don't have the best experience with the Adept mattes, even though I have quite a few of their palettes. They're just not shadows in the palettes that I use, so I have to be careful. And I have sunscreen all up in my hair. That's fun. Also, a part of concert ready makeup is if it's an outdoor venue, well, you should be doing this every day anyways, is sunscreen. Now, I won't be able to reapply my sunscreen unless I take my makeup completely off, which is another aspect of concert makeup. You don't have to wear makeup to a concert, especially if you're going to be outside and you're going to be hot and sweaty. It's not going to be that hot outside today, but I really should get a sunscreen mist. So if y'all have any recommendations, please let me know. That is something I'm actually willing to spend money on because I don't spend a lot outside, but I do take breaks outside at work. So I would like a light mist of sunscreen as I take my breaks. Just so I can further my sunscreen protection. But after I didn't really dig into the pan. This is quite a fluffy brush, but I think I am building this up to an opacity that I like, at least on this eye. It's also kind of making me look sick. But we're going to stop building it up so this video is not forever long. And I'm going to go into the black shade because we need to be smoky for a concert. And the black shade is called Boring Circuit. And we're just going to take a flat, not a flat, but a pointed eye brush and focus this on the very outside. I am always afraid of using black eyeshadows. Even though I do my eyeshadow first, it's not the fallout that I'm afraid of. It's the fact that I always bring up my, it doesn't matter if it's black, my dark eyeshadow always up a little too high. And then I do it to one eye and I have to do it to the other eye and it just gets really intense really fast. So I'm going to try to do this with a light hand. I don't want too much because I want the purples that we're going to be using to be the standout. But I think, do I have it? I'm going to just spend a little bit of time not talking blending. So the problem that I'm running into is that this eye is more pigmented than this eye. I don't think it matters too much, but it matters to me. So I'm trying to pack. It didn't get too crazy. The outside went a little bananas. I'm going to go more into Robotic Fusion now. And that blended out a little bit. So I'm curious to see how these Adept eyeshadows work with a... I tried cleaning these and the shadow will not come up. I promise this is clean. A silicone applicator, that's what it's called. So I'm curious to see how these will pick up because I bought them when I did my Ensley Rain, Flutter, and Flourish videos. And I haven't really touched them since. So I'm curious at this application. I think these are more suited for people who have long nails, and I just cut my nails because they were just getting out of control, and I was like, if I do not cut these, then they will break on their own and it will be very disjointed and bad. So I clipped my nails. But my nails have been going pretty strong, and I don't know quite why when my nails used to be so frail and fragile. But I don't think this is adding anything spectacular to the application process. It is nice not getting any eyeshadow on my finger, but I don't think it's adding anything extraordinary. And I'm sorry I keep having to clear my throat. It is early in the morning and I'm not used to talking this early. I like sit in silence while with a YouTube video playing as I do my makeup, so I'm not talking. But I think this is going on quite nicely. Nice sparkle, very soft, very demure. Not very demure, very soft. Very soft. Look at that patchiness. I don't think it's the shadow, I think it's the brush. Okay, that fixed it. I did get a tiny bit of fallout with the purple shadow, but it doesn't matter because we're doing eyeshadow first and it covers it up. I do want to use a holochrome. So let's, did I use that one? Wait, what are holochromes? The shadow. Yeah, Mechanical Muse is going to be the best holochrome to use. So let's take the sponge applicator and do that for a little bit of pop of blue. Also, again, to use more shadows out of this palette. This is the third time that I've used this Ever Acquire palette, and I really need to do grids for all of these palettes because I'm forgetting what I've been using. So I'm going to do 7 uses on all these palettes just so I remember. I'm covering it up the black, and the black is going to be covered up with wing. So what's the point of me doing a black to begin with? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe we'll do a black smoky under eye. That's concert ready makeup. Doing like a nice smoky eye. But again, you don't have to wear makeup to a concert. I don't even know if I'm wearing this makeup to a concert. To the concert, I might take it off. But I also meant to take off my makeup for Green Day, and then I've ran out of time. So this is the eye look. I think for every day, this for me is great. So let me zoom y'all out. Wrong way. Okay, so for primers, let me grab my foundation first, actually. So for primers, I am testing out a combination to see if it works. So Project Pan, Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Water Power Serum, and then I need to use up the CoverGirl True Blend Color Corrector Primer. I think it doesn't do any color correcting, but it does make my skin lighter, which I've noticed that with color correcting with greens. So I just put this all over my face, and just because I accidentally point out a lot. So this is mostly, I'm treating this as like a silicone primer. Just a standard one just to get, I really want to use this up. And then Danessa Myricks. It's supposed to be matte, but I'm not, and I've had this on my face since before I applied the eyeshadow. I always do this, so I never do primer on camera. But my skin's not looking particularly matte, but it's not looking particularly glowy, so I think it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so I actually got new brushes from one of y'all because I kept bitching that oh, this is Sigma. Ooh, let me grab this brush. I didn't clean that one. I know she did, so I'm counting it good. The Sigma F80. I haven't had this brush in years. Ooh. So for battle ready, concert ready makeup, I need to go with my favorite, which is the About Face foundation. I have mine in the shade. What shade are you? It is dirty down here. The Performer L2 Neutral. So let's use this foundation today. I do trust this foundation for longevity. I don't trust it for the Doe Foot 1 because it annoys the fluff out of me. But we're going to take the Sigma F80. I don't know why I decluttered this brush like all those years ago. I really don't know why. But it is nice. As you can tell, I didn't look at these brushes. I was just like, I opened the package and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. And then I just put the brushes away and didn't think about them. So we're using them today. Yeah. It's shearing out the foundation. Of course, I didn't apply that much. Kind of give me a little bit of streak. But again, I didn't apply too much of it. My nose is always a problem. Let me lift my mirror up a little bit so I'm not... And then we have the reflection of the light. Oh, I can't see myself. That's a problem. But I always have this weird issue with my nose. And the only thing that really fixes it is with a sponge. Oh, my nose is looking bad. I don't think it's a brush. Could be the primer. Let's go in with a sponge for the nose. I don't think anything is going to save my nose today. Should I do a wear test? Well, there's a probability that I'm going to take off my makeup. But this is a tutorial. This is as if I was wearing this makeup to a concert, which I may or may not be. Alright. Coughing myself into oblivion. Let's go in with the NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer, which is in the shade Pale, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 01 Pale. Only good. This concealer is only good for me on the under eyes. Like right in that inner corner because A, it is that bright, and 2, it's the only place I like it because it's the only place that I don't have pores on my face. So it's easy to blend with finger. And since we use a sponge applicator, my finger is clean. So I don't have to worry about getting eyeshadow all where I don't want it, which is another plus. But you could also be using a freaking brush. But I do kind of like the sponge applicator. Or the silicone applicator. I kind of do like it. Let's go with the Hourglass Vanish Silk Foundation. Or concealer. I have mine in the shade Fluffing Shade Are You. So, it's silk. It's a Vanish concealer. I think the Hourglass only has one concealer. I got this during July for my birthday month. And I've used it a little bit. So, I haven't done a wear test with this concealer. But it's fine. It's fine. I should be doing cream bronzer first. But we're just going with this. I like this concealer. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think my Natasha Denona concealer is still the best concealer in my collection, even though the Danessa Myricks concealer is seriously giving Natasha Denona a run for its money. But this one is alright. I put it in about the middle when it comes to the concealers in my collection. Like, high middle. But it's not a favorite. But it does clean up eyeshadow quite nicely without fluffing everything up. Actually, the Pro Fix It concealer did quite a bit of nothing. But the Hourglass did clean up my nose. Am I too exposed? I'm not going to do anything about it. No, I'm not. But I feel like I'm a little exposed. When my background, I think my problem also is my background is so dark, and then the light from my vanity is so bright that it just makes me look washed out. I have a hair on my lip, and I don't know where it is. Okay, I got it. Alright, so let's do cream bronzer, which I'm going to use the Milani. I think when it comes to concert or just lasting makeup in general, it is smart to do a cream and powder bronzer. So I'm going to go in with the Milani, and look how little I have left of this. I wanted to include it in my project pan, and then I just sort of forgot. And I already forgot to include my NYX Buttermelt bronzer. So I was like, I'm not going to add a 12th project. I think I'm just going to finish this up naturally. Even though I kind of have been, like, in my brain, put it in a project pan. But, so what I do is I take the e.l.f. Duo Complexion Brush, and especially with so little product left, I use the small side, like, which is supposed to be the concealer side. Oh, there's a little bit of patchiness on my face. What is going on today? This is not battle ready, concert ready makeup. But I use the small side to get product on my face, and then I use the big side to blend it out. I don't know why I'm still holding up the product. Let me put it away. But under eyes are not looking good. I might declutter the NYX Pro Fix Stick Concealer, because I found a brand new concealer that I like so much more that does not give me these issues. So now the problem with this every single time, it's been more trendy to do like your blush and bronzer, cream blush and bronzer first, and then your concealer, and then I always forget to do that. Or I do think about it and I'm just like, no, I'm going to keep doing it the same way that I have been doing it and not change my ways. But then I regret doing that because I do this fierce swiping on my nose. And then I have to cover it up. I have to like redo my concealer on my nose. And by redoing it, I just take the sponge side where my concealer was, and I just pretty much plop more concealer on top and on the sides to clean it up. I used to, remember when I was doing my concealer rankings and I used to like let my concealer sit and then go into what are words? Blending out my concealer, doing cream blush and bronzer, and then blending out my concealer. Remember when I used to do that and then I stopped doing it? I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Pokemon blush, the Gengar one in the shade Hypnosis, because we are doing a purple eye, so we want a purple blush that's going to blend out. Also, this blush is matte. We are going in with we're not going with all matte products today. Again, I have a silly hair. These hair clips do not do anything to prevent. Oh, it's my baby hairs that I can't get in with the hair clips. Maybe I need to go back in with a headband. I stopped using headbands because I got bangs, and then the bangs have grown out almost entirely, so there's no point in me just using hair clips. So maybe I need to go back in with, or start using a rubber band. A headband for holding my hair back while I do my makeup. Maybe. Again, it's getting too far in the center. This is another e.l.f. Duo Complexion Brush. I just like these both for blush and bronzer cream products. So it's really down low, so let's fix it. But also, I don't want to do concealer after blush, because I honestly would rather go in a little bit with the butt end of my sponge again, then do the concealer first, because then I feel like, oh well, then I have to rebuild up the blush, and then it goes back and forth. So what we're also going to do is take a tinted pressed powder. I need an under eye setting powder, because that is not an under eye setting powder. Let's go in with the product I'm just trying to pan, which is the CoverGirl Clean Matte Powder for my under eyes. I repressed it. It got hard pan absolutely everywhere. So I'm trying to like buff it out with my powder puff, which kind of works and it kind of doesn't work. So I don't know if I just suck at repressing or it's just a powder that doesn't like to be repressed. Because sometimes I have this issue with powders, sometimes I don't, like when I repress. So it just sort of depends on how well or how badly I do it. But I like this powder. I don't love it. Maybe I can film that video after this because I need to be preparing for when I go on vacation. Need to be preparing for that. Okay. Oh, my under eyes look bad. Oh, that looks bad. Can you see that? Can you also see my nose running? Trying to blend it out with my new poke. That does not look good. That does not look good at all. Oh, that's so bad. Disaster. Concert ready makeup. Disaster. So let's go with a powder that I know is tried and true, the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Press Powder. I have mine in the shade Classic Ivory. And I'm going to take a flat, big fluffy brush. This is not the most mattifying. If I do wear this, I took Flonase this morning, y'all. And my nose does not give a shit that I use Flonase. But this adds a little bit of coverage to the face with a fluffy brush. Just adds a little bit, but it's so nice. I really should buy the translucent version of this powder because A, it looks beautiful on the skin, and 2, at least CoverGirl to the Clean Matte powder, it looks like shit. So that is that for today smoothie break. I like to do my wing. I like doing my wing after I like set my face with powder because it just sort of grounds the face a little bit. I keep talking like that. I think a wing just grounds the face. It kind of tells me where to go and like the other finishing touches I need to do. Do I really want to go in with a powder bronzer? Do I really want to go in with a cream blush? I'm going to do both today. I'm using my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronzer. I think I want to try using this bronzer up next year. But I also kind of want to use up all of my bronzers next year. I just realized I didn't really buff away the eyeshadow on the sides of my nose. That is something I like to do even if it's small. I do notice that it does make a smidge of difference at the end of the night when I remove my glasses. So I just like doing a big micro baking. I'm using this bronzer because it has a slight sheen to it. And it's a pretty neutral bronzer. And it's not the most pigmented, so I do like it with a cream bronzer. Just to add a little bit more bronze, but not too much. So for blush, let's go in with the blush I used yesterday because I really liked it. And it's also right. Everything's right on my vanity, guys. The NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Butter with Thyme. I used this shade yesterday and I really liked it. And I think it's going to pair well with Hypnosis. So I'm just going to go pat, pat, pat. And I'm going to focus this on the apples of my cheeks for that lifting effect. I know it's also popular to do the boyfriend blush technique where you focus it pretty down low. I do not like that on me. Or I don't like it when my blush accidentally gets that low and then I cover it up with powder. See, I was talking about it going low and now my face is lopsided. And I dug my finger into the blush. Love that for me. So that's an application. So you just saw how boyfriend blush looks on me. And you tell that I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Oh, it got way too far down. I'm using my Powder Puff, the CoverGirl Clean Matte powder. I'm gonna take this makeup off before the concert. I just slipped something on the ground. That was an eyeshadow palette. But it'll land on my blanket. So, it's fine. If you sit down and do your makeup, do you have a blanket on your lap? I would love to know. Even if I'm not cold, I always have a blanket on my lap, and I don't know if that's just because I have cats that like to lay on my lap, or I don't know, it just feels a little bit more comfortable for me to do that. My face is so lopsided. For highlighter, we're going in with the Fenty Demi Glow highlighter. I have mine in the shade Too Much. And I'm going to take this smaller fluffy brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust it on my cheeks. I think you do have to go into a highlighter for a concert because the glitz, the lights, you just need your cheeks to be poppin'. So this isn't the most blinding highlighter. I feel like Happy or Enlightened from Rare Beauty, I've done that highlighter before for concerts, and that's a beautiful glow, but I don't want it to be that glowy. Surprise, surprise, but I do want a highlighter today that accentuates all of my pores, which highlighters are going to do that, and that's totally okay. That is more than okay. See, we have a nice, it just blends into the skin so nicely. Yes, it accentuates things, but I'd rather have it accentuate things up close. And no one's gonna be that up close to you when they see your pores. No one's gonna be like, if somebody is that in your face where they're able to point out that the pores from your are accentuated from your highlighter, then they need to back up. Alright, they need to back up. So let's do lips. I use the e.l.f. Clear Glow Reviver Lip Oil for my lip prep today. I can't decide what I want to do on the lower lash line. We might just end up doing black down there. But, what lip liner? I just want to do a nude lip, because it's going to be easy to reapply later. And, like, no lip product. We're not leaving for the concert till like 3:30. So I am going to have to redo my lip no matter what. But for the sake of this video, we're going in with a nude lip. And I'm using NYX Natural. Got a little too high up on one eye. I am so lopsided today. So incredibly lopsided. And because this is such a stiff formula, it's harder to blend out to even it out. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. Let's go with the liquid lipstick, NYX XXL Lip Lingerie in the shade Expose Me. I've been using this like mad the past couple days because I like used it one day and then I was like, oh my gosh, I've missed you so much. And now I can't stop wearing it again. And I'm really hoping I don't use this up. This is not a product that I want to use up because then I will repurchase it. Hands down, product I will 100% repurchase. So we've done everything. I should have done mascara already because you can't tell anyways. What's the point of even doing mascara if you can't see it? Also using the black to hide how badly my under eyes are accentuated by the Hourglass concealer. That's why I don't like it, is just it looks terrible in the under eyes, but the rest of my face it looks absolutely stunning. So, but again, if you are that close to me that you notice how accentuated my under eye wrinkles are, you need to back up. Smoky. Love that for me. Very smoky. Now, it doesn't really matter what eyeliner I use because it's not going to show up with the black eyeshadow unless I use a very, ooh, what if we use a Bow Face Pearly? Will this show up? Let's see. Yeah. It shows up. I think think it has a sharpener on the other side that I'm not using. Okay. That's poppin'. I like that. It doesn't really look periwinkle blue, but I don't hate it. And it sort of adds a little bit of brightness. I'm going back in with the brush that I used the black on, because Pearly got a little bit like on my eyes, not just in the waterline. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's just use our highlighter for the inner corner. I think this is something I'd also have to redo before the concert. Oh, that is way too dark for the inner corner. Way too dark. About face. Abort. Do I have Enlighten in here? I do have Enlighten in here. So let's use that instead. I'm always afraid of opening this compact because I got my finger into it and it dug a giant gash in it. So I'm always afraid to open this ever since. And it's pretty hard to open and close. Well, it's not hard to close, it's pretty hard to open. So also another nerve-wracking thing. But it's covering up the Fenty pretty well. At least now I know that doesn't work as an inner corner highlighter. At least something for as blinding that I like. Yeah, that's nice. Little under the brow. Extra sheen. So when I turn my head or you see me from the side, you see a nice streak of highlighter, which I like. I like it a lot. Alright, so I just have mascara and my brow gel to use because I am going to go in with that. It's the e.l.f. Brow Lemonade Gel that I use. And then I think for today, I'm just going to go with waterproof mascara. I like to do a combo a lot of times with a waterproof mascara. Today I think I'm just going to do the waterproof. So it's the Essence Lash Princess and then the Brow Lemonade Gel. So here is the completed look. I did go in with a gloss just because I'm feeling it. I just wasn't feeling the matte lip. So we went in with Lethal Nova. I don't know if this gloss is still available. I got it in a mystery bag, but it smells like vanilla and I really like it. And so I just wanted to use it. So here's the finished look. I am not going to do anything with my hair because my hair will probably end up in a ponytail. But this is pretty cute. This is pretty cute. This is concert makeup. This is bold. This is glam. This is grungy. This is very nice. So we'll see if I actually keep this makeup on today. I may or may not. I might go barefaced to the concert. We'll just have to see. But I wanted to film a what if I was wearing makeup to the Sum 41 concert. Just what if, hypothetical. May or may not keep it, but I think it's cute. I feel cute. I'm gonna go film another video, so let's go ahead and sign off. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you find this video entertaining. I hope you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, have joy and bye!